Hi, welcome back to Real Auto Reports. Today we are with the 2013 Nissan Murano, and we're going to give you the real video with all the detail about this neat premium crossover. Actually, premium crafted crossover if you ask Nissan. So stay tuned and let's check this vehicle out. All right, so here we are in the 2013 Nissan Murano. This is what Nissan calls their premium crafted SUV. And this particular model comes in right about $37,770 as tested. And what you may or may not be able to tell right here from the video is that this is a non-leather equipped Murano, but it does have what they call the value package. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So stick with us as we check this cool vehicle out. So one of the great things about the new style of cars is that you can really get a car it fits your lifestyle. And Nissan with the Murano, they've been selling this car for quite a while, but this 13 represents the new look. And one of the things about the new look is that the Murano has a fairly unique look out on the market. So you're going to know that you've bought a Murano, you're going to be able to pick it out of a crowd, but also Nissan has this nice blend of power, conveniences, and options. And one of the things that this Murano offers is the value package. And we want to talk a little bit about that because for almost $38,000 as tested, as I mentioned, this car has full navigation, it has the upgraded Bose premium audio, reverse camera, automatic liftgate. I mean, it's a really cool car. Now, it doesn't have things like memory seats, but it is power seats over here on the driver's side. It does have all the trip functions that you've come to expect in most of these technology-equipped cars. So the value package, which is really interesting, adds about $2,200, almost $2,300 worth of options to the price tag of the base Murano. And it's really interesting because the biggest thing that it's missing is leather. And for a lot of people, that could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. It's really a personal preference when it comes down to leather seating. But that's become something that really says luxury in the US. You know, if it has leather, it's upper end. But in this Murano, it really is still a premium crossover, even without the leather. And so you don't get the heated seats, but you also don't need them as badly because when you get in, the seats aren't like icicles. So we've talked about the value package. The other thing, that I think is value in this car is that it is an all-wheel drive crossover that'll get 18 miles per gallon in the city. That's 20 combined, and then 23 miles per gallon out on the freeway. So with those numbers, 18 city, 23 highway, 20 combined, that's not bad for a 5-passenger crossover all-wheel drive. In fact, your Nissan Maxima is going to get very similar gas mileage, just beating this car out on the freeway, really. And it does have a very familiar motor, especially for Nissan fans. It has that 3.5-liter V6 motor, and the CVT transmission. So it is a quick crossover for what it is. Now, when it comes to the handling, that's something that's a little different. We're about to go through a roundabout here, and the thing that I've noticed driving this car over a week is that it's not sporty the way that the Maxima or even the Altima, which we'll have the 2013 Altima review coming up on Real Auto Reports. So you'll want to stay tuned for that and see how that differs from their crossover line. The driving of this car, it is smooth, it is quiet. It has good road holding capabilities, but when you start to get into the corners, it just doesn't feel like a sports car or a sports crossover like some of the German engineered vehicles that really do put an emphasis on driving and performance and that even though you're driving a crossover, you can still tackle the mountains. This has a little more subtle, some might call it a more docile feel to it because it will go around corners. That's not the problem. It just doesn't give you that feeling in the suspension like it was intended to be out on a track. some of the things that come in this value package and on this premium crafted crossover is that power liftgate. And I'm telling you what, the power liftgate has become synonymous with crossovers and SUVs. Like, if it doesn't have a power liftgate today, it just it probably is seen as something lacking from that vehicle. So it's a really nice feature to have. In this particular vehicle, it's actually where I would kind of expect it to be. The Nissan has a whole panel of buttons down here on the driver's left. It's a little bit of a reach, but then again, you don't really want to be opening it while you're driving. But what's nice about the layout of the Nissan is it is simple. All your navigation and radio and entertainment stuff is all here in the center stack. It's all very easy to find, and if you've driven other Nissans recently, it's going to look very familiar. In fact, if you're used to the Infiniti brand, and this is your secondary or third car to augment your Infiniti that you might have, the controls are going to be very similar. And we like the placement because they're easy to find, and it's a intuitive interior. Whereas some of the vehicles we've driven over the past, couple years or so, is just, it's like you got to hunt for those features. Like, where did they put that? And sometimes the button opens here for the back hatch. Sometimes it's in the center stack. Sometimes it's off to the left. And it's a real hunt and peck method. This one is pretty obvious. And the other neat thing is that you can actually turn it off completely, which, that if you have like kids, or you have a situation where you don't want the back to accidentally automatically open, like in your garage because you don't have enough clearance, you can turn it off. And that's a nice feature too. Of course, in the Murano, you also have your standard connectivity with the Bose audio system and the upgrade there, and with the navigation and entertainment. You've got your connectivity ports here in the center console. That means you can connect your cell phone through the USB or your iPod through the connector. It also is where you'll find one of the power ports for this car. The back is also well equipped with features in terms of you've got your armrest with your cup holders. It is a good seat angle. People thought it was comfortable when we took them for rides in the back seat. And, honestly, it's a fairly good entry and departure angle for the back seat, meaning that, like with some of the SUVs, it's a real short door, so it's hard to get in and out of. I'm 6 foot or over a little bit, and passengers were able to get in behind me, and in some cars I have to move my seat up. So in this car this crossover, you have good backseat room as well. So overall, the Murano is going to give you a lot of flexibility, and it's got a lot of connectivity and technology features. And if you have a family, it's also going to give you that flexibility to have a 5-seat crossover with all-wheel drive, good V6 power, which is nice, where you're also getting good economy, but you'll also be able to flip the back seats down and really load the back of this. Although we find that this 2013 Murano has really good back carrying capacity room for its shape, because this is a round, shapely vehicle on the outside, gives it a nice look. But you're not going to find that you lose a lot of depth in the cargo capacity because of that. You'll lose some of the height at the top of the vehicle, but flip those back seats down and you can really carry quite a bit in this vehicle. So our final thoughts on the Murano really here are that it's a good vehicle. It has a lot of good technology features, especially if you're going to get this Murano SV all-wheel drive with the value package. The SV model is not your base model. It's not your top of the line. The SV has really turned into this kind of middle model for Nissan. And so this car represents a well-equipped mid-tier model at $37,770 as tested. Now the base SV you can get at $34,480, and you'll likely be able to work that price up and down the scale a little bit depending on whether you want a car that's a little more basic or you really want to step up to the SL with the luxury, the full luxury package. So be sure to check out the Murano if a crossover's on your list. You might find that this one fits your lifestyle. If it does, come back and give us a little comment on our video and let us know what your thoughts were when you checked it out. So that's the real video review of the 2013 Nissan Murano. Just to recap, this car is about $37,770 as tested. It is the SV all-wheel drive model with the value package giving you the Bose upgrade for the audio, the navigation system, and some other neat bits and pieces. It also does, of course, have your Bluetooth connectivity for your cell phone and your music. This car will also have the power liftgate, and it is a striking garnet color, which really sets it off on the outside. The car drives really well, and as you can see from our review, we like it. We think if anyone is in the market for a premium crossover, or a premium crafted crossover, as Nissan calls this Nissan Murano, this is one you definitely should look at. It is got good space, it has good handling, and will keep you safe at the pump when you fill up because it does not guzzle gas. For Real Auto Reports, I'm Jonathan McGrew, and we'll see you down the road.